Like a TV camera, be nice if it did.
It's on.
Okay. Yeah. All right, 6 o'clock, are we on? Okay. I'm going to call a meeting to order, and we're going to have a short budget meeting. We need to approve next year's budget, and you guys should all have a copy of it. Let you look at it for a little bit, and when you're ready, we can vote. Anybody else want to look at it? You're welcome to. It's public knowledge.
I think there's a chair over there then.
Would you like me to sign? Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I heard you got 2 units off the bottom now.
I do.
Isn't that exciting?
It is. I got a senior and a freshman.
That's hard to believe. Until you get the bill, right?
Well, literally.
Oh.
And she only got, she didn't get the order, but it was like, we're not half the paper, but it's like crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just like some sort of scholarship?
Yeah, she got a really big scholarship from Butler, and then she got some, community foundation scholarships too, yeah.
It is part of that.
Okay, any questions or concerns about the budget we're going to vote on? Just so you know, Val has already been to the budget workshop, and they pretty much told her what she could put in the budget, so.
I'll make a motion that we accept the budget as prepared.
All right, all in favor? Okay, so now we'll call the budget meeting, or I need a motion to adjourn the budget meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we'll call our regular town board meeting. And you have some minutes there. Any questions or comments, corrections?
You can sign up for it.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
While you're looking at that, just so you know, I have still not got the letter to close out the brownfield project, so I keep looking for it daily.
Well, since you brought it up, I'll give it to you.
Oh,
So you send it to me.
okay.
And I'll make a motion that we accept the previous minutes as reported and read.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So I'll look through this a little bit more, but I'm thinking this is telling us that we can tear the old building down.
That is correct.
All right.
This year or next year? Is there a, do we have to wait
Is there a
till
No, there's no deadline, it's
No.
closed.
So, just as a side note on that, the quotes that we got, whenever they were, Mitch Tam was the low quote. I'm wondering if we should have him re-quoted, since it's been,
2 years.
yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
He'll probably go down in price.
Yeah.
You want to contact them?
I can.
You need a motion?
I don't think, I'll just do that, and we'll, down the road after we get that from him, we can discuss
Motion
the,
to approve it.
what's that?
We can approve it after we get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, another item is our speed limit, electronic speed limit sign on the south side of town has quit working. What do we want to do with that? Do we want to send that one in and try to get it fixed? Brian contacted the manufacturer, he did all the
I got
things.
quotes from the manufacturer right here for a new one.
Okay, but we don't know, if we send it in to be repaired, we don't know what that cost will be.
No idea.
Okay, so what's the quote for a new sign?
A new sign is $4,000, and they itemize the list if you guys want to see it. And
Well, it was, when initially, the first time we bought them, it was $7,500 for the two, and that was a sale, a special.
well, they offer us a special also. They said buy 3 signs, we'll only charge you $9,000.
Yeah, we don't have 9,000 to spend, so
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on just replacing that sign?
I
Spending
think it would be money
$4,000?
ahead to just simply buy the new one and try to repair the old one. You probably get in a lot, the cost of shipping
Yes,
and then also the cost of repairs, and that's an unknown, and then how long will it last?
right.
Yeah.
So how long have we had these up now?
3.5 years, but I went through these
The
quotes.
warranty was 3 years,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Now they're down to 2 years on them,
Yeah.
so.
Well, I make a motion that we purchase the new speed limit sign
For 4,000?
for 4,000.
I second it.
Okay,
Sounds
all in
good.
favor? You want to bring that down? I guess you can, what's the terms on that? We have to pay up front?
I don't know, I have to look that up, but I can get a hold of the guy that gave me that quote.
I don't see any terms. So why don't you keep one and you can go ahead and, okay, go ahead and contact them.
Yeah,
Okay. You guys got anything else? Well, let's do the town business and then we can talk about the other stuff. Okay, we need a motion to pay the bills.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion carried.
That. We have the financials to peruse. Bank statements. We have probably got our second property tax installment, have we? The note, is it?
December,
December, okay.
for the sewer. Yeah, sewer. Or I
Well,
guess
and-
real estate too, I guess.
Right, yeah.
That's December. Is that, I could sign up for the minutes. No.
So you guys will know, that old town hall building that was, back in the day, was a filling station. And so there was a couple of tanks buried out front there, old fuel tanks. And so Phil attended a meeting for us with the state of Indiana, and they paid for the brownfield to clean all that up and dispose of it, and paid for it. Did water testing and the whole bit, so. I didn't initial that either. So, is that everything you
I
had?
have the two ordinances.
Oh, yeah.
For the State Board of Accounts, so we can get the fund report to equal the.
Okay, we have a couple of ordinances that we're gonna need to vote on. Ordinance 9-16-2025-1, to reconcile fund report to match bank statement after outstanding deposits and outstanding withdrawals. General fund, Beacon Credit Union, add $14,491.38 and $584.27 payroll funds corrections for August 2025, equaling $15,075.65. That was just to make some corrections, so,
Make a motion, we accept the report, the ordinance.
yeah. Second, all in favor? That one. And ordinance 9-16-2025-2, to reconcile fund report to match bank statement after outstanding deposits and outstanding withdrawals of sewer fund, first federal savings, subtract $6,658.23.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So she's got everything reconciled now. So Val's not as stressed out as she was, so we'll be
I
good.
still haven't, I've got to correct it and send them in, and then they'll accept it since it's equal to the fund report. It never has been since I started.
Okay. And then we get done with that. We need to replace tires on the Marshall's car. We have a quote here for $1,498 to replace the tires.
Who's that with?
The tire store.
Okay. Motion to replace tires.
Second, all in favor? You want me to initial this too?
No. This one too.
Okay. You guys got anything?
Nope.
Okay. Adam?
I have something, there was supposed to be somebody from the Lions Club come tonight, but he was unable to attend.
Is that a football game?
He's at a football game.
Okay, well, there are some members
But,
here, so.
The Lions Club was approached by Dr. Hoff, who owns the old medical building in town. And he offered to donate the medical building to the Lions Club. And there would be fees associated of approximately $10,000. And then we, the township, the Liberty Township and the town of Fulton would have the opportunity then to purchase that building from the Lions Club for approximately $10,000 and then it could be a mixed-use facility between the town and the township, which would be appropriate as you're tearing down the current town hall. So I don't have all the details involved with that at this time, but I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention that that is something that we have the opportunity to pursue in the future.
Okay, thanks. You guys have Lions Club meeting coming up?
We do.
Okay, so you can discuss that and,
We pretty well discussed it, Linda and Dave are both.
We know one thing, we certainly want to do a walkthrough before we commit
Sure.
anything.
That's the
So,
same here, but it is a good opportunity, and it's a good opportunity to have that building be used for something instead of.
well, and
sitting vacant.
it's actually something that we have wanted to do.
Well, Bill Spengler, my nephew, is the one that's supposed to be here. He's at a football game. So he is the one that's approached him about all of this, and we aren't sure if it needs to go through the Lions Club as a nonprofit, however.
That part does need to happen, I know that part.
It does need to
I'm sure
happen.
that it would, yes.
So we think that's why we couldn't just say for the township to do it initially.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if there's legalities there where there would have to be a waiting period since he's
Well,
donating it or before you could sell it.
I'm going to switch hats and talk as president of the Lions Club. We probably would not relinquish the ownership of that property for a period of 1 year in order to safely stay within the guidelines as a not-for-profit receiving a gratuitous gift from a donor.
Okay.
And that should at least be in our possession for 1 year. But we would also extend a lease agreement with the fire department and with the town of Fulton to assure that you can use the building almost immediately upon receipt of such title deed. Is that agreeable, Dave and Linda, because you guys are on
I would think so.
the executive board with the Lions Club?
Bear in consideration that, that building, if you're going to use it for what I understand you want to use it for, there's going to have to be some work done inside of it. It's so that $10,000 would just start in place.
And we also, this would be contingent upon the body of the Lions Club voting to approve us to do that.
Sure.
Because there would also have to be arrangements for all of the utilities, insurance and so forth.
That could be part of the lease agreement.
Fire department would be okay with that
Yeah.
in the town of Fulton?
I think so.
Would we need to have I don't know, would we need to have some sort of legal document saying that who's responsible for what and between the
Yeah,
towns?
I think the town should definitely have such a thing.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. So I just wanted to bring it up as a discussion. I know it's not gonna happen tomorrow, but I just wanted to be something that people were thinking about.
Well, thank you for being here, because I didn't have to do it that way. So, because I don't feel comfortable doing that, being on the town
Sure.
board and asking for you to be a recipient of
Sure.
that as Lions Club or for the fire department or town, each one. So with that in mind, we will take it back to the Lions Club next week on Tuesday, and then we can
Next
come
month
back.
or whenever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I forgot, you have utilities, you have anything for us? I'm sorry.
Not really.
Okay, Tom, everything's
Everything's
good.
fine.
Are you still working as an usher at Notre Dame? I was gonna say you better give him a pep talk Saturday.
I do have a question. Can
Okay.
I talk? I don't know if it's like public forum time.
That's fine.
So like the new street sign, does it have to be allocated for stuff like that? Or can it be like, can that $4,000 be spent on a like police officer to do tickets? I don't know how that works.
You've seen them on the north and south side of town.
Yeah.
It says, slow down, you're going 70 and it's a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. We feel like that and have got positive feedback from people in the community that is, has been helpful.
They think it slows people down.
Yeah, not everybody, but we have gotten positive feedback that, from individuals that think that those have helped.
Okay.
It has been better from the south than it ever has been from the north because they still fly over the hill. But I don't know if you checked any other companies in that, because the ones that are at Nyona Lake, I really like. They just seem to be telling you more information. So I don't know if you considered other companies and getting various quotes.
I think they come from pretty much the same company for the ones at 90 Lake. It's just that they have a different format for what they put in theirs, where ours just says speed limit. Theirs has other information on it, like too fast.
I don't know if they're the ones that have the flashing light. I've seen those
Yeah,
too.
and
So
Akron has that too.
catches, yes, Akron does. It catches your attention more.
There's a newer, so that might just be the new model.
He's a hearsay too fast also.
Yeah, but they don't.
They don't flash out the red.
Right.
It probably doesn't matter.
I don't know, but you just get quotes from what you know.
Right.
I do agree that we definitely have the benefit of that sign when it's up, having been gone. I think I counted 6 vehicles that passed someone right there in front of the Dollar General store. And that's something that our police force definitely should have been writing some tickets for, because that's a no passing zone right there. And that doesn't take into account that there are children across that highway to go to the store quite often. So we need some assurances from the police department that they're going to monitor that better than they have in the past. I'm just really concerned somebody's going to get hit down there.
Well,
My concern is when I'm coming from 114 and I pull into 25, sometimes those cars are just going way too fast. And that's
Well-
why I say a police car. That's the only reason.
Well, I'm not sure everyone's aware of it or not, but less than 8 months ago, there was a young man from Lafayette in a pickup truck, and he slowed down because the sign said, 30 mile an hour. He slowed down. The car behind him did not slow down, rear-ended him, run him into the tree right in front of the house next door to the Dollar General. And I was there when he was getting out of that vehicle, and he literally had his ankle broke completely off from his leg bone and fell out. His foot was turned completely around
Yeah.
backwards. That's the severity of an accident in a 30 mile an hour speed zone, and then nobody being there to monitor that, somebody getting hurt seriously. I mean, that was really a bad accident.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
From the police force, how many arrests? You know how many arrests they made on speeders coming through this town?
they're not here tonight. We usually, normally they're here and we get a report.
Is it a substantial amount?
No.
I was gonna say, I didn't figure it was.
There was a county fellow down by the old malt company that stopped somebody going through town because I was coming from.
We have been getting some additional, I had a meeting with the marshals after last month's meeting, and we have been getting some additional coverage from the county.
Well, is there any way, this is a topic of conversation among people in our community for years. Like, well, for example, as far as anybody being there, because I'm a block or so away from the town hall. I go there often to get things for the Lions Club. I go to the library. I haven't seen evidence of the vehicle parked there the last 2 weeks, really. But the vehicle is always parked there. It's not parked somewhere down the road or whatever.
Well, again, I had a meeting with them and I told them, there's some things that they have to do on the computer in there, but that they assured me that when they're here, that they're making hourly drive-throughs. And then, in between, there might spend some time there, but they assured me when they're here, and we do not have a set schedule because they are part-time people. That's what we can afford.
Right.
And again, they've had some conversations with the sheriff department, and we're getting there were Sheriff's deputies in town today, I saw them. And it's not only the speeding, but Caston on 25 alone probably averages 1 stop arm run per day.
And have there been any consequences from that?
Well, that gets recorded on the bus.
Yeah.
That recording gets reviewed and gets sent to the state police. And then it's up to them. We don't know what they do after that. And we have had some officers out following buses too. But it's not just here, it's other school corporations as well, so.
I did talk to a couple of the county police officers, and they've told me at a couple of different times now that they have a limited number of staff that actually patrol, and they were only allowed to have like 3 patrolmen on 3 different shifts for certain hours of the day through the last couple of months because of other things they had to do, training and otherwise.
And I'm not making excuses
I'm not
for
either. I'm just-
anybody, but there have been times when I have called the sheriff's department at night and I've gotten, well, we have 1 deputy on duty and that deputy is in DeLong. So whatever happened here is done and over with before anybody can get here, so.
Do you get reports when things are affected with Fulton? Like last Friday, I heard the 2 gunshots near my house, and supposedly they were at the Fulton wastewater shooting the guns.
Brian went out and did a complete walkthrough of everything. There was no vandalism, no bullet holes or anything at the wastewater plant.
But it made it sound like they were threatening whoever saw it, that they were gonna shoot them. That was in the reports, I didn't know.
I don't. We get reports from our local marshals. We don't get reports from state police or county or anybody else.
There were 2 county deputies there, and there were
And
2
state.
state police
Yeah.
patrolmen there.
So that was out by your house?
No, it was
Yeah.
at the wastewater treatment plant.
I figured it was Mitchell, because Mitchell and Kate, they walked with the kids down the gravel. I thought, the caller said they shot a gun up, like to kind of scare them, like, what are you gonna do about it? And I'm like, why were they at the wastewater? Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, nobody except Brian has a business back there, so, on Tom.
Well, they told the police that they had permission from the office.
What office?
That's what I asked the same
Imaginary.
question. Because our property border's right there at the wastewater treatment
Yeah.
plant, so.
We have our own little neighborhood watch.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you better believe it.
And don't be afraid to call 911. Don't leave it up to somebody else to do it.
Hopefully I'm vocal.
Well, showing my ignorance, is there a locked gate?
Yes. Around the,
Well, they were fishing in wastewater, so.
Oh, wow.
Real smart,
I guess my thing is like, now that the community is getting neighbors that we don't necessarily want, I mean, nobody necessarily wants neighbors that steal stuff from them. We just need to be reassured that, our town deputy or whoever is patrolling when, he is able to work.
they even go out past your place.
Sometimes. Not always.
And I haven't seen anybody, and we're outside all the time, but, yeah. I haven't seen anybody for a while.
Deputy Marshal 553, he did work 20 hours the last 2 weeks, just for looking through payroll.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Our deputy marshal, one of them worked 20 hours in the last 2 weeks.
I mean, I'll say I've called the sheriff's department more than once. And
Yeah.
they don't always come right away, but they
Right.
come. I mean, if I see something happening, I've called multiple times.
They come pretty quick when shots are fired.
Yeah, I'm not
I would
involved in
imagine.
something like that, but even just walking around town, if I see something on his sculptures.
Change of topic?
Sure.
Okay. I came to put something forth to you to think about, discuss in your next meeting or whatever. And this is something I've talked to Brian about more than once. Last year, well, actually in 2024, we were awarded a grant for our flower pots and so forth downtown. So we only got a portion of what we requested. And with donations, you know, we're good on doing this again, which is a project for the town, really. It's a project to make our streets going through Fulton look a little nicer. The issue has been watering, and I've spoken to Brian about whether he would be able to, on his drive-through in the morning, to water. He told me he has a tank and a wand and so forth. So I'd like that consideration to be made, because I've been watering these things all summer long, pretty much. The business owners, a few of them, watered. You would be one.
That's what you do.
Okay. It's a good thing that we know that you would be one. So I'd just like you to talk about that, you know, doesn't have to be tonight.
Andy, would that be considered, since the Lions Club owns those and the flowers, would that be considered ghost employment, having Brian do that on town time? That's my only concern.
If you're having a town employee essentially make improvements to real estate that the town does not own, then, or doesn't lease, and it's required in the lease, but doesn't have a legal interest in, then yes, I think that's probably a problem. Yeah.
I'm not sure what he said. Remember,
I'm sorry. I don't think it's legal for the town to pay a town employee to make landscaping type improvements to property the town does not own.
So we can donate it all to the town.
You gotta get the town to take it.
All right, we can discuss that. Brian, you think about that.
Okay,
Let me know.
okay.
Sounds like a senior project.
Yeah,
But if you can
That's
get it
true.
approved,
yeah.
we were gonna have some new signs made by a senior and it got disapproved
Last school year, or?
for this school year.
I was gonna say that one guy's gone, so I didn't, okay. So,
But,
yeah, interesting,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
anything else? Lot to think about here.
May I ask another question? Are we still in public forum? I don't want to speak out of context. I know last meeting, we went over like issues we were having with like a landlord and not maintaining his properties. Can you tell me what has transpired since our last meeting?
I talked to Heather Redding up at the Plan Commission. She told me that they have sent out a list of, I think, 8 or 9 letters. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong on this, you might know more than I do. She said that those letters was the first step to getting the improvements made. She also said if those improvements did not appear to be done in a timely fashion, we are monitoring that or whatever to let them know, because they can't always get out. I did go to several of those properties just today, and of course the one next to Kriskin's Pools has a new roof on it, and the one over on Brown Street behind you, Brian, back there by the garage, has a new roof on that house going on. It's not completed, but it's pretty well covered. And it looks like they're finished taking the hazmat out of the house where Warren Simmons used to live. I'm not sure about that. Has been closed up and nothing is being done around there recently. So I assume there's been some progress, but I'm not sure about the interior.
That landlord took a bunch of his problem places and has turned those over to a rental agency. And so some things are being done by him that way also for improvement.
If there's a specific place that you're thinking about, please let us know, because I can't get around to all this all the time, but, because Heather really wants to know. She's taking that first step, so.
One other thing, this is 180 degrees from where we were at, but we need Brian, we need to get Brian licensed to do some herbicide spraying. So were you able to find that?
It's just good for 1 year. and
Right,
so
but-
it'll be for next year.
But you can, it's an online thing he can do.
I gave Brian some paperwork, but I didn't really see a number to call Purdue and. with it.
Well, there was, if you just look up, I forget what I looked up.
Didn't New Dream do that?
No. Spraying license, Indiana's chemical application license. There's some stuff there, and I think it can be done online. There's some stuff you'll have to study. There's a PDA you can print it off and study it, and then you take an online test and then pay $20 and they send you a license. And it's administered by Purdue.
Okay.
What does the township do with the animal? Because the animal sprays.
Probably came about when Mitch Daniels. So I mean,
6:37
you have to have a license to spray the manure now. All right. Anything else?
You were going to say something.
I was just gonna say, I was on the planning commission for 3 years, and they also have monthly meetings that you can attend. So if you feel like you told them issues that are not being addressed, like you could go to a planning commission meeting and specifically say to the, because there is a lady that her job is the planning commission commissioner.
Is that Heather?
Yes, Heather's executive.
But there's a whole, I mean, but then there's a board. So if you could go there and if you feel like you're putting things forward and it's not being addressed properly, you could go to those meetings also. And those are the people that can really do, that's the organization in the county that can do something about
You
this.
have an appointee already.
Do you know?
Do you remember which appointty of yours is on there?
I don't think we did.
We don't have one.
Do you have, or do you have?
Seven
something?
meetings or seven.
Kiwanis does, I think.
Because
Our member, yeah.
technically that member, I think, is to
Yeah.
represent both.
Did anybody here want to volunteer to be
Right.
on the planning?
I was the
commission?
appointee, and then when I started doing the township stuff.
Adam was our guy, and now he's
elected.
elected official, so he can't do it.
Right.
So
Can I do it? But I'm not in the town, so I can't do it.
it doesn't make any difference, I don't think.
You could ask Heather's office.
Yeah.
I don't remember, I don't remember the requirements for every board member, but essentially the Planning Commission in Fulton County is designed not, it's not a county board. It is an intra-municipality board. So county has representation, Rochester, Akron, and.
We did.
You indirectly, you still do.
Yeah.
But that's why there are 4 different BZAs, because you can have an area plan commissioner and an advisory plan commission in Indiana. We have an area plan commission, which means we have one plan commission, and their job is to supervise the office of the executive director, and they make recommendations for changes to the zoning ordinances. The BZAs, or the Boards of Zoning Appeal, those hear petitions for variances or special exceptions from. If someone says, hey, I can't make this 20-foot setback, will you let me do an 18-foot setback? And that will go in front of the BZA. And so you very much have the ability to go in front of that board as an individual. I'm sure if you call Heather's office and you say, hey, here's where I live, I'm interested in serving on this board, she'll definitely take your name, because she's always looking for people. And usually some of those same people can serve on the BZA, okay? And your BZA, because we can have a maximum of 4, we have Fulton County, Rochester, and Akron, and then Kiwanis and Fulton essentially share a BZA, and sometimes it meets here and sometimes it meets in Kiwanis.
And that may be once a year.
Yeah,
It's,
it doesn't meet very often because it doesn't get a lot of requests. But yeah, if you call the Heather Redinger's office, Fulton County Planning Commission, and talk to Kim or Samantha there and just tell them you're interested and give them your contact information, they can check and see if you fit any of the openings. Because I don't think it's a full board right now, but they can check and see if by your address you fit any of the openings right now. So,
Okay.
just tell her it's your life's ambition.
that's right.
Yeah, it
You've
sure
dreamt
is.
of it your whole life.
Paid, right?
Well, no, it's not paid.
Out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, motion for adjournment,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor?
Aye.